Now, I gather you've done this in a program before, some of you, but not all of you. Who's not played this piece before? Pat's not done it before, so he gets the joy of giving us this melody. This is a brilliant, brilliant piece of music. I'll tell you a little story later about Holst and this piece, and why this was a turning point. But not now, let's just play. Okay? Go. Nice and positive, Zach Marlins. Too quiet, not too quiet, just a little. Fine. Just going to breathe here. Then another two. First. Now go. Two. Only a little bit, just a little. Count your violas. That's it. It's all about you, violas. Go first. And go. It's okay, we'll wait for you. Let's just go back to two, just back to two. Pat, I'll give you that. Back to two, no worries. Here it is. Two. Sneaky, sneaky. Keep pushing. Johnny. Ding, 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 ding. Johnny. Bit more of a flourish there. No, here. Strings. A little more sound. More sound. Behind you. Go wins. Time. 2, 1, 2. Good. Bobo, tirari, yes. Just relax, relax. Time. Mystery. More vibrato, more vibrato. More vibrato. Relax. Big 3. Okay. This point is always difficult. I either have to give something to you or give something to them. So if you're sticking a big 3, so think about a 3-2 bar running over 2 bars for you. So 1. Dum da dum ding 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 dum da dum ding da dum da dum pum pa pum. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah? Straight on the 3-4. Bravo, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Some beautiful sounds. Strings, more vibrato, always. Okay? Just a little, we'll talk more about this in a little while, but just a little bit more. Okay? So straight on the allegro that we've just reached, that 3-4. Okay, here it is. Yum pa dum ti ta ta ti ta 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 ti ta 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 tam yum pa bum bim 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 di 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 yum pa bum bim di di da da di da da di da di ta 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 di 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 di. Bravo, violas. Now in 3. 15. Pat. 15 on nose, 15 on the nose. The Puccini chord, here it is. If you know your Puccini, you'll know which opera this is. Take your time, Pat. 1. Think like a 4/4 bar. And. Bravo, ladies and gentlemen, very good. Can we just do from 15 to the end? Pat, what I'll do in those pause bars, imagine it's a 4/4 bar. 1, 2, rebeat 2, 3, da-dam, okay? Because then you've got time to breathe. Otherwise, you won't have time to breathe. Just ha-da, la-da-dim, okay? 15. 15. So each of those pause bars are in 4, ladies and gentlemen, but not really. 1, 2, then another 2 which just goes that way, okay? One more time. 15. Land on this chord wing. It's really spooky. Yes. Good. Use your extra beat. Watch. No, I'm giving you an extra. I'm going to give you an extra beat. So it's pa da dee, la da dum. So you have time to breathe. Yeah. Don't panic. You have plenty of time, and you're playing it very, very well for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, can you just give them a little shuffle with your feet? Thank you for that. 15. One more time. Second. This is now really getting absolutely beautiful. So a little more of the underneath and a little less of the top. All right, but not too less. Not like. Oh, sorry, Wins. That was my fault. You were all kind of in the break already. Time. Watch. Breathe. Good. Beautiful. Bravo. Alice, that's very nice. Time, I should get my watch so that at least I realize. Oh, there we are, we're just over. This particular piece, I was going to tell you a little something about it. Holst went to Somerset on the invitation of Cecil Sharp. I can't say that. Cecil Sharp, who is the dedicatee of this particular piece. He was a collector of songs and folk songs. He did it here, he did it in Australia, and he also did it in Appalachia. I had quite the tour, the grand tour of the world, I think. But Imogen, Gustav's daughter, said if he hadn't been invited to Somerset, we would not have had the Holst that we have or had during his lifetime. We'd have had somebody who was way more avant-garde. So thank God for Cecil Sharp for inviting him down to Somerset to pick up these tunes. And it's bookended by this beautiful melody, which they did very well. So thank you, gentlemen. Very, very nice. Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, now, you knew 5 minutes of me now talking about what I can do with you. So put your instruments down, have a little relax for a moment. I heard the orchestra play in the concerto competition, and then I adjudicated that competition, and I was absolutely bowled over by the way you played. You are an orchestra of great sensitivity, and that is something that needs to be carried forward. Now, I'm very much one for tradition, but I'm also a traditionalist with vision, because that's really important. This orchestra's been in existence how long now? Somebody tell me, remind me. It's like 80, how many? 80, more than 80 years? 80 years of service to the city of Birmingham. Now, an orchestra has no place, for me, if it doesn't benefit the community in which it sits. Yeah? And outside of the CBSO, you are the big ticket. You are the largest group of musicians that get together in the city, I would guess, because you're a Philharmonic orchestra. All right? We could fill the stage a little more. We could get some more strings, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's a job that will. If I'm lucky enough to be chosen as your music director, this is something that we have to do together. We have to get out there and we have to find these. It's great to see some lovely people. Again, it's good to see you. And these look, I see these violins here. I've met some of these lovely people before. Working in this august institution. The link that you have with this building, for example, is a great one. And you have to keep that. And part of what I would wish for the orchestra is that you become a part of the training of young musicians going forwards, because there isn't a great deal of orchestral music goes on in here. And you've got that wealth of experience. If we were to just add up, who's been in the orchestra the longest? Who's been in the orchestra the longest? Yeah, no, just in terms of years, are we talking 30 years and plus? Yeah, 37. So obviously, then the first concert you did was Brahms 3. But based on the conversation I had earlier, he said the last time he had any previous with Brahms 3 was 37 years ago. So I've just done the maths and assumed that was your first gig. But no, that wealth of experience is really important. It's important to young players to come in, because a lot of young players don't have it. They don't have experiences in their own countries, especially if they're coming from abroad to study in this wonderful place. So Birmingham needs you. It needs you to be amazing. And as amazing as you were in that competition, and our job would be, to make the orchestra even more amazing as we went forward. Yeah? To maybe look at how you can explore new repertoire, because with every new music director, new repertoire ensues. I'm sure when Mike took this job, the repertoire the orchestra played then changed quite dramatically, because we all have passions for certain music. I have a particular passion for Russian music. I don't know why. I just grew up with it, I guess. Tchaikovsky when I was a 16-year-old impressionable dude, and Tchaik 6 was my set work. So back in the day, I'd have gone to war with anybody who said Brahms was better than Tchaikovsky. I really would. I probably would have punched you in the face. All right? But that's not true, and we know that that's not true. But I also, as your music director, I would need to pull in all of your thoughts and ideas. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be with this orchestra? Where do you see this orchestra carrying on through into the 21st century? Where's the next 80 years going to go? Where are we going to leave the orchestra for the next generation of people who are going to be in it? Yeah? Because that will happen. Eventually, none of us will be here. But let's hope that the orchestra is still here, still serving the city of Birmingham. So that would be a vision. We can talk about specifics, and we can say, well, we might do this music, we might do that music, we do that. That's not for now. For now, it's about deciding whether you're going to give me the keys to the bus. And then I get to drive. You all get to be on the bus. But if you take a ticket to get on that bus, be prepared. Be ready. Because it's going to be either the ride of your life or we'll crash and burn in the first corner. And I prefer the ride of your life. One of my mantras in life whenever I'm working with anybody is, the last thing I will say as you walk through that door is, drive it like you stole it. And don't forget to enjoy what you do. Because the word enjoy has joy in it. And I think for a lot of music in this country, we've lost the joy. And the joy is being sucked out by successive lacks of funding and all that kind of stuff. But this is what you do. You do this because you love it. So let's take that love and make it even stronger for the music that we work on. All right, let's do some Brook, ladies and gentlemen. So we sing? Yes. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me.
Tenants you want me.
Yes, of course.
Should I do the second bit?
Yeah. That's fine.
I want to go to
Not at all. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do that. Hold shift. Naomi, just breathe. Right? You have to. Screen. Pat, can we take another A? A general one, please. Go, go. Everybody. Little swap around. Good morning. Dozes, how are you? Cool. Horns, this concerto is a good one for you. There's lots of lovely things in it. But you can kind of make or break this thing. Yeah? If you are supremely supportive, which I know you will be, yeah? It can be glorious. But it can also just be either not enough or too much. So just be wary of that. I'll try and encourage you at times, and I'll certainly encourage you in the Brahms. All right? But this is a wonderful piece. But it's all about the violas. Violas, it's just you. All right? PP means pretty powerful, not pianissimo. All right? We don't. Last movement. Sorry, last movement. I've been asked to work on the finale. The finale. And then we're going to do 20 minutes on this, and then Charlotte has just whispered in my ear, could she have a little look at the second movement? And I said, yes. She wants a bit of love. So strings, we're going to find some love in the second movement, all right? And some depth. Here we go. So violas at least mezzo forte for one bar, and then just take it away. Here it is. 1, go. Excited. Some. Ta-ta. You were right the first time? Ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ting. Ta-ting. Go. Keep coming, violas. Come on, violas. Go. Ah. T. D. Ah. D. Tutti. Depth. More flipped. Melody da dee 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 da dee da dee da dee 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 and T and T. More melody. T T T T T T. Papa B and T T T. Ta ta. T T T. Not slowly. Careful. She's going to move here. Good. Watch. Time. More cellos. Couple of ta ri di ti ci. Faster. Faster, tremolando. Now very much less. A little more separation. Ta ti ti ti. Think about the sound. Ta-ti, ta-ti, ta-ti. Relax, ta-ti, 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 ta-ti. Yeah, ta-ti, ta-ti, and yeah, more, yes, yeah, more here. Pa, pa-da-dee. Dee, dee-dee. Dee-dee, dee-dee. Yeah, da-dee-dee-dee. Less. Careful. Less. Less. Melody, listen. F sharp, treble. Bassoon. More bassoon. Exciting. And little slow first. Watch. Watch. 1, two, and 1, 2, 1, 2, yata tita, yata tita, tata, 2, 1, 2. Ta, ti, ta, ti. Good, well done. I was kind of thinking. Suddenly there was solo. That was good. Right, let's just go right back to the very beginning. Viola's magnificent at the beginning. I like that. Yeah? Very much. Bravo, bravo. So, the rest of the upper strings. Cellos, we must not spoil that, all right? Violas, just give us, let's go right to the top of that movement. Where are we? So many pages in this last movement. There it is. So start. Think. All right, at least that. So imagine we're in Italy somewhere. Yes. Nope. Just listen. Yeah. So whenever it changes, just a little bit of egging him on. Just gonna do a little bit more inside violas. Just a little bit more. Just egg them a little. Yeah. One more time. Then away. Bravo. Sneaky here. Okay, that little crescendo, you can do a little bit more in that. Okay? Yeah, it's a crescendo to nothing. Good. Firsts. Can we have a hint of ram, ba-ram, ram, ba-ram, ram, ba-da-dee-dee-dee-dee, that, but in this. Tum, ba-da-dee. It's not exciting enough, all right? This is the lowest note we have. Pum, ba-da-dee. Do a little diminuendo on the long notes. You have that printed? Yep. Pum, ba-da-da. Ram, ba-da-da. And he keeps coming, he keeps doing it. So there's got to be a purpose. He's kind of egging us to where the solo comes in. All right, here it is. Just the first, second bar, the third bar even. Ram, ba-da-dee, less. Ram, ba-da-dee. Yeah, I still don't hear ram, ba-da-dee. Just like, can you see my eyes? Not around my eyes, but in my eyes, yeah? Ram, ba-da. It's got to sound like that. Ram, go, yeah. Ooh, we're not together. Giving you 2 beats for nothing as well. Think. Good. You need to balance that first note. Ting, diddly. So it's concentration, boom, then relax. Concentration, then relax. One more time. We're going to get this absolutely bang on now. With that, it's going to be amazing. Together. Okay. Can you hear me breathing? Just a little tiny bit each time. Try that. Just breathe in a little, like as if you've just had a shiver of a ghost on your shoulder or something. Diddly. Do it with me. You got it? 1. Yes! Now what you've got to do is do that in your head, because otherwise we've got 20 people going, and then that's not in the score. Cello's basses, have you decided? Is it bum bum, bum bum, bum, diddly diddly diddly, da 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 da. Pa 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 beep 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 pa bum. They've got 6s, don't we? Yeah, pa bum. And it can be really like, like when you're a magician, old magician, not these new ones who like make buildings disappear, but old school where somebody went, phew, bunch of flowers. You like that. Pa bum. Suddenly there's no flowers, then there are flowers, then they disappear, then we have flowers. All right? Tutti, everybody. Actually, no, let's cellos, basses, let's hear it. Pa bum, da dee. Okay, here it is. 2 beats. 1, 2, da dee, 2. Just 2 beats. 1. Pa bum. Exactly. Yes, and keep that in your heads. You have to go and then just join in with yourself. Can you say that and play at the same time? Can you go try it. Say lots of D's. 1, 2. So you can do it. It's good, isn't it? Can you sing and play at the same time? I can't. This lovely lady just said, I can't sing. Right, cello. No, you're the other ones. Diesel violins. Ready? Did you miss that? Diesel violins. Go. Okay, good. Phyllis, what did you not do? You didn't do your little in your head, did you? All right? One more time. Phyllis, you can just a little bit. You know when you put the bow on the string, and sorry, for those of you who don't know, when I wasn't doing this, I did this. I sat here and I sat here and I played the violin. You know when you grip the string and it, you know, it's just off that. So that one, just come just off that a little and we'll have this really crisp sound. Go. Breathe. No. Go. Da. Dee. La. Dee. Good. Right, winds join us. Sorry, winds join. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to impinge on any of that. Now, that scale up. Forte. Can you try and shower me with spit? All right, I'll get, if it gets too bad, I'll bring one of those umbrella hat things. But spit the notes at us. Because then when Charlotte comes in, it's going to feel like we've given her an introduction, all right? There's no way that she can't then go, all right? So she'll be stood there for like 20 odd bars going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm in, all right? But we have to make it exciting for her. We have to make it so that when the audience are sat there, it's obvious that it's coming and it's here. And that scale is what does it. Beginning. Everybody. Here come bassoons. Careful. Strength. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, bravo winds, that was perfect. If there was just even a hint of crescendo right in the last 3 notes, so it's like a little firework going off. That would be amazing. All right? Don't be too shy. And pum, pa-dee. Just a little bit more in the clarinet, then in the oboes, back to clarinet, then 2 oboes. Yeah? And then bassoons, when you go pa, pa-pee, pa-pa, pa-pee. Don't be shy there. All right? Give it some. Brilliant. Bravo strings. We're almost amazing. We're about that far off amazing at the moment. Okay? And when we get to A, can you play me this first chord fortissimo? Just the strings. Okay. I'm just going to recalibrate. Can you play the chord at A fortissimo? Yes. And again, just in case that was a fluke. Good. Now, it has to have that feel. All right? So just take a little bit of the young lady at the back's like, I can either see or I can't. Are you okay? Don't worry about the strings. We'll buy you new ones. Rip them off. I'll bring new ones. It's okay. Strings, never be afraid of percussion, right? No, percussive kind of pizzicato. It needs to be virtuoso pizzicato. Imagine that this is the last note of the piece, and it's pizzicato, and it's fortissimo. Go! All right, now just take the dynamic down a little bit, but have the excitement. Yeah, we lose the excitement. And then we go, yeah. Keep the speed of this, the same. Do the fortissimo one again. Yeah, just, you've got to come from up here somewhere. Yeah? Yeah, there it is. Try using a second finger, because it's got more flesh on it. Cello's spaces, you do your thing. 1, go! That's the one. That's a much better sound. You see it? It's rounder, and it's more like the cellos and the basses are always going to nail us. Every time. Because they have all this extra stuff. All right? They've got a bigger speaker than we have. All right? One more time. No, the fortissimo one. Really go for it. All right. There's no dynamic change there in my score. It's still forte, isn't it? You've got mezzo forte. Printed mezzo forte? All right, well, I won't all this go, but yeah. All right, not moderately feeble. MF doesn't mean that. It means moderately loud. And let's head on the loud version, all right? Okay? That's better. Scale up. Wins. Can you give us that? In fact, let's go from before A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. 8 before A. Well, the clarinet's hum, pa-ding. So wins the same as I said with the strings. Hum, pa-ding. So like something's coming, but we don't know what. All right? Think Bernstein. Something's coming. More. More sound. Shorter. Yes. Now. Go somewhere. Good. Strings, just be aware that Charlotte may be playing pa-da-dam, pa-da-deem, pa-da-dam. She's going to take a little bit of time, I'm guessing. All right? Because being a violinist, this piece I've worked on, I've taught, as we all do. All right? So there's a little bit of time there. Then when we get to B, this is the real chance for that virtuoso. Fram, ba-da-bam, fring, ba-da-dam. Are you doing 2 and 2, or are you trying to play everything? 2 and 2 would be good. And don't be afraid of the open E. Let's have an open E at the top. All right? Play me this chord, strings, at B. Wins, I'm coming for you shortly. B. Here it is. With an open E at the top in the first. If you're double stopping, which you should be. Yep, just the chord, and if the E rings on, it's not the end of the world, okay? All right, here it is. Yeah, so we really need to feel like we're throwing that thing up there, all right? So we've got to get the chord up onto that shelf that runs all around the building. So wherever you can see the shelf, throw your chord at that shelf. Here it is. Yes! So that it has a real sense of almost a Spanish flavor to it. Wins, can you play me B? You've got to try and do the same thing in a lift in the sound in that first note. But you carry on this time. Good. Can it be just fractionally longer? Trumpets, can you play palm, palm? You don't have a dot or anything. Take the dot with a pinch of salt. Ping, ping, pa-da-dam, ping, pa-da-dam. Just imagine you've got somebody and you're thinking, nope, nope. 1, go. So I still think palm, a really kind of solid note. Can you play it for me? It's good. The first one was great. Second one was getting a little shorter. One more time. And 1. Yeah, so it's not so much about the front of the note, it's about the length and the depth of that note, okay? Tutti wins, horns join us. So, horns, this is one of those bits where you make it or break it. That needs to be regal from you. Bah, bah, play for me. And 1, 2. Brilliant. Do you know what? I'm probably going to get crucified for this, but let's have a little more. All right? Just a little bit more. Ready? You've got double forte after all. 1, 2. Yes, and go for the balance. Really well balanced between 2 and 4, again, as opposed to 1 and 3. All right? Tutti. Strings, don't spoil it. Virtuoso, please. And 1, go. Think about the pits. Okay, good. Clarinets, just imagine we've closed the door on the horns. That's all we've done. You've got exactly the same thing, but we've just shut the door on them. And we said, right, we don't want you anymore, we're going to give it the clarinets now. So you get to have a go. So, bam, beam. So think about, it's a block of sound. Bam, bam, all right? Strings, when you get to the piano one, you definitely need as much flesh as you can, all right? Can we play the piano pizzicato, please? 1, 2. Okay, if you were stood where I am, I don't know whether that would be the sound you would want to hear, all right? It's not bad, but it's not quite together, and there's no sense of engagement. Engage with that sound, right? You've got one little sound. Let's imagine that first chord, right? You're going to get to play a pizzicato chord now, and then I'm going to take your instrument away from you, and you're never going to see it again. How good would that pizzicato be? How expensive would it be? All right? I'm not really going to take your instruments away, because that'd be cruel. Yes. Never see pizzicato as something just to do. Pizzicato is as important a sound as every single other sound that we play. And I know for most of you I'm telling you my grandmother sucked eggs. But when you don't do it collectively, if you don't do it as a section, as a unit, we end up with music that just sounds a little dull, right? And what's really exciting about this concerto is not the solo. This is a fabulous, fabulous piece of orchestration. It really is. And we do it disservice if we don't really maximize every single little teeny bit. When you come off the stage at the end of this, you should be knackered from concentrating and thinking, what was I doing? Was I playing the right sound? Was I in the right part of the string for my instrument? Because they're all different. If we just took the cellos and we gave them together and get them to play every single one of them, right? You'd have to play pizzicato in different places because they'd all sound a little different. But you know your instruments better than anybody else. So spend time with those, all right? Good. How are we doing for time? It's now 22. No, it's not. It's upside down. It's 10 to 11. Do you want to come and have a little go at the slow movement? Can we do the slow movement? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave that there for now. The only other thing I would say is when you go up, if you've got anything remotely that looks like a melody, but it's just got da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, play it like a tune, all right? And when you're going, the violas have already done this, but when it da-da-da-dee-da, it's a down, up, down, up, down. Just think down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle. So think melodically. Whenever you see something that is in tremolo or is in triplets or is in semiquavers, if there's a line to it in the music, make that line as if you were playing the tune. And never be afraid when you're practicing at home to play it that way. Play the melody as in da-da-dee-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right? Good. Is there anything else I can tell you before we leave that? No, when you get to E, strings. Yeah? Anybody who isn't doing vibrato there should be shot. All right? You've got to do as much vibrato as you can ladle on this thing. We need Hollywood. All right? Yeah, John Wilson. Yeah. No, well, maybe not. Yeah, yeah, you heard that Paul Williams, yeah, from the proms. Not sure about that. Anyway, right. Let's try just a little of the slow movement, so I can feel like when I come to the concert to hear it, if I get the chance, at least I've had a little hand in helping you navigate some of these little bits. All right, here we go. So slow movements generally, I will use my hands rather than a stick. I hope that's okay. Here it is. So just play us the long note from before. Violins, play us that long note. Here's the B. Okay, when we get to this bit in the show, right? I won't be conducting, but you'll have it, Mr. Lloyd will be. Play a little warmer here, and then just at the very tail end, then disappear. Because what happens, you're trying to do it here. Play a warm sound here, and then when you get to the bit of the bow where you've got loads of control, like the point, you can play really, really quietly. Then we can create some magic, all right? Are you starting on an up bow or a down bow? Try starting on an up. So you can just literally put it on the string and just waft in, all right? You know when you're playing a concerto backstage and you don't want anybody else to hear that you might be playing a concerto or something? This happens in the profession a lot, where people have got auditions. So they're playing... Is that you? Are you playing the Mendelssohn? No, me? No. Or the sound that you play when you're trying to work out a fingering and stuff and the conductor's talking to the winds, so you're all going... That sound we need at the top of this movement. It's a real sound, and you can use it. Here it is. So fiddle's just a little stronger. So piano sound, start with the down. So this is going to kind of, yeah, but everybody else, when you get to the first downbeat of the adagio, go to an up bow. Here it is, so slightly bold. More sound. You get left on your own. Then as it dwindles, just let it go. Bravo. Move the bow more slowly, please. Little more viola. Go for the slow bow. 1, 2. Watch and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Ding, 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 ding. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. Just relax on the knitting. Watch and 3 and. Watch. Grow in this one, Pat. Keep coming. Meno forte. 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. My fault, sorry, fella. She's going quicker. 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1, 2. Careful. Watch. 2, 3. Spread. 2. Less. Less. Wait. Watch. Team ta-tam timpani. Team ta-tam tam up bow. We can work that out later. slow the bow right down as slow as you dare. Less now. Shh. Don't go in a tempo. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Listen to her. And 1, 2. Take your time. And 1, 2. Watch. 2, 3. Okay, stop there. Okay, feel comfortable? I'm sorry about that one a little bit. I was expecting you to just take a little teeny more time. If we had more time, we'd be able to do it. So, Phils, I would suggest you do an up-bow. And the one thing you've got to engage with strings in this is a slower bow, right? Whenever you've got any kind of melodic thing, don't be afraid to move the bow more slowly, more deliberately, all right? You've got all the time in the world. When I stopped playing the violin and I started doing this, and then went back to playing the violin, I realized there was so much more time than I ever thought I had. So just breathe. We have to move, we have to move on. Thanks. Oh, no, we have to do So, ladies and gentlemen, don't have a poppy, but we need to observe a minute's silence, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Bravo. Brahms. Oh, crikey, blimey. Did the chair disappear? Wow. It's nice. Bravo. I think it's only the second time they've had to go, isn't it? So we just take time. I think you've got. When's the concert? December? Ages yet. It's okay. String-wise, no, it's just the wind. Yeah. I think maybe they're just having more time with them. But yeah, do you do separate rehearsals where your strings are, or even just split in half? That would certainly be one of the things I would do if I came. When I first in Slovakia, when I first did it, they looked at me like as if I was nuts. 35 years into them playing, and they'd never had. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Least of your worries, really. Pat, may we take another one of your glorious A's, please? You're very lucky that you have this room to work in. It's a great room, isn't it? Really is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay, I'm going to split with convention. And can we go to the un poco sostenuto, which is, do you have bar numbers or do you have letters? Numbers. So it's 267. Oh, sorry, finale. Last movement. 267 in the last movement. Un poco sostenuto. I know, just a bit random, just to kind of get out of our heads that we don't always have to start at the top left and go to the bottom right. We can start in the middle. I quite often do this. Bookend things and look at the tail end first. Now, by the time we get here, I will have gone from 2 into 4. Okay? So this last section is very dreamy, I always think. And the very last few bars hints back. The melody from the first movement. But you probably know all this already. All right? So, just winds at the un poco sostenuto, please. Okay, one more time. One more time. You may have clocked by now that whenever I work just with you guys, I'm going to breathe where I think you ought to. Or at least where I would. Because I have a dark secret, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did I play this, but I also play one of those trombone things at the back. And I can play anything with valves that isn't one of them, because that's far too hard. All right? I had a secret life as a brass bander when I was a kid, from about the ages of 11, 12, through to 20, I think I was 21 or 22 when I played my last note in anger on the trombone. I played for Staffordshire Building Society here, for those brass players who know about brass banding, and then for a thing called Cullen and Colliery's when I was in Wales. But my brother did a lot better than that. My brother's a tuba player, and he played for all of the big ones. Anyway, right, so. No, just straight on. Just straight on. Okay, trumpets, it just comes a fraction late. And I know you're already tied over, but just for now, it's good for us to get used to being absolutely smack together. Ready? Breathe. Flutes. Okay, so he's combining two little things here, the ta da 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 da, and just kind of teasing out these ideas. And ta dee dee dum, that part, you can just feel like you've got all the sunshine in the world. Okay, it needs a bigger crescendo in the first two bars, otherwise we're not going to get to forte in 269. 2, 3. More sound. Keep coming. Keep coming. That's better balance. Whisper clarinets. Better. Okay, trombones, that was my fault. That was my fault entirely. Let me just make a little note. I need to give you a little bit more there. Just pa da da dee. Always think, where are the quavers going? Ha dee 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 da da dee, rather than ta da da dee da 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 tee da da dee da da dum. So you're always going somewhere in those quavers, okay? Trombones, right? Strings. Play me from that very place. 2, 6, 7. Just the upper strings. Cellos, basses, take a chill for a moment. 2, 3, go. You get to forte. Don't be afraid of it. Start off where you did, like really under them. So da 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 dee 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 dee, da da dee da dee da dee da da dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 dum. Just imagine how much harder it would be if it was in 2. 2, 3, go. More sound. Podle dee da dee da dee da dee da doodle dee da dee da dee da 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 dum. Tee da dee da 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 da. 2, 3, 4. Dee-da. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax. 1, 2, 3. Measured. Weedle, deedle, 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 deedle. No violas. Here. Tu-da-da-da. Ti-da-da-da. Ti-da-da-da. Tu-da-da-da. Now, I have no idea, violas, why you were given 3 of those semiquaver passages and not the one in the middle. No idea. So seconds and firsts, just be aware that in 275, you get the support of the violas on the first, but not on the second of those. Then they join us back in. So a little teeny bit more to make up for the fact that they're out. It can be better. It can be better. Work harder with this hand. Work harder with this hand. One more time. Cellos, get ready. Bass is ready. 2, 3, go. Forte. Less. It's only piano. It's not pianissimo yet. Big crescendo. Now. More. Less. Violas. Good. Well done. Violas, you're very good at knitting, aren't you? The knitting patterns that we all get. It's because violas get it so often. They're slightly nailing you in the fiddles. You should do better. There's more of you, and they're really very well together. Yeah? Don't be afraid of this passage. And you can start crescendoing a little earlier. The crescendo in my score has already started on the 4th beat of the bar of the un poco sostenuto. Okay? Cellos join us, basses join us. As round as you can, please. 2, 3, and. Ting, 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 2, 3, and. Ting, 2. Good. Very good. So can that just have a little hint of, a little hint of the sinister? Yeah. Play for me. It's the 5th bar from where we started. 3, and. Okay, not quite so much. Cellos, can you do a little less? Basses, stay where you are. 2, 3, and. This is much better, a much better balance, okay? So wherever he is in the bow, that's where you need to be. And he's right. Even if he's wrong, he's right. All right? You can have a discussion with him later, but as the principal cello, wherever Gen is, that's it. Yeah? No gray area. Okay? And if he's a good principal, he'll have eyes in the back of his head. 2, 3, go. Much better. Tutti. Tutti from the un poco sostenuto. 2, 3. More sound. Ping to there. Good. When's this phrase? This phrase, da da dee da dee da da da, that comes so many times. If you take too much time getting through that, you've got to connect each other. Ta ta dee 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 da ya dee dee. Don't slow down when it gets quieter. Keep thinking in that forward direction. The reason being they've got they haven't got time to hang around, and they won't, right? Because what they want to do is they want to get onto the bit that they like. All right? Here it is. 2, 3. Sorry, housekeeping. No, it's fine. Housekeeping in the strings is very important. If you don't keep the place tidy, yeah? More sounds. Good. Keep moving. Come on, keep coming. Ya dee dee dee. Balance. Ti 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 and ya. Seconds and violas. Ti dum, ti dum, ti dum. More. Third horn, that's your note. You have the, my favorite in any chord. Play me the last chord one more time, Wins. And just like I said to the strings earlier, imagine this is the last chord you're ever going to play, and then your instrument's going in the crusher. How good would that note be? Breathe together. Good, we can have a little more bass trombone. Just a little bit more. There's a contra in this, which has the... I mean, why would you not take up the contrabassoon if you could get to play this? Huh? Last chord, one more time. It's these two notes I want to hear. 3. Yeah, just make sure it's a kind of happy, sad note. Remind me, what time do I have to stop? 11:30? Right, okay, good. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the beginning. No, back to the beginning of the last movement. Back to the beginning of the last movement, yeah? How many of you have played the overture to Figaro? Yes, you have, good. So you know what the beginning is, yes? Think the same here. Same thing. Sneaky. All right? But we can only play as quietly as we can in order to balance the bassoons. The bassoons have a ceiling at the bottom as to how quietly they can play this. Yeah? All right? Let's try it together first before I go in for the sound in the bassoons, and then we'll match that. See how we go. Piano. Sottovoce. All right? So whispering, but whispering a long way. 2, 1. Good. Okay. Good. It's almost there. I just need it to be even more sneaky. Even more sneaky. Now, I'm sure conductors in the past have said to you, really pianissimo with this hand and as loud as you can with this one. That's really tricky as a concept. All right? So just imagine you're like a wind player and you were to spit out. This, just make these fingers just a little bit heavier and a bit more active. All right? Just the strings. As soon as I'm coming for you. 2, 1. Then away. Okay. Fiddles, be careful, because when you drop out and leaving the violas and the cellos go on, nearly always that note in the middle of the fourth bar gets a bump. Bum, bum, da 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 dee. Yeah? Keep the diminuendo going in your head through the rest. It's the same when we have rests into crescendo. Crescendo through a rest into the next note. All right? Ti-da-da-da. So just allow, it's like as if you've run out of gas. Okay, 2, 1. Okay, viola's cello bass. Viola's cello bass. All right? I'm relying on you now because I'm going to use you as an example. All right? So don't let me down. Okay. Fiddles, beat that if you can. Pretty good. You can play a fraction louder, but only just a little teeny tiny bit. So if you think you're at piano at the moment, just think piano solo as opposed to piano orchestral. All right? Cellos, can you just give me a teensy bit less? Bass, again, stay where you are. All right? Tutti. 2, 1, go. Okay. Bass is really, really good, but from here what happens is because you have such a big string to maneuver, it's always going to be just fractionally behind everybody else. So just feel as if you are pushing a tiny bit. All right? Don't right push in the music, because then you'll be in front. Just imagine it in your head, that you've got it's like herding sheep, right? You're the dog that's got to go, right, come on. Yeah? Or as I said to one orchestra, you're that spare goose that's underneath making sure that everybody's still in a V, all right? Join us, bassoons. Little more here now. Sorry, trombones, I was thinking completely about something else. We'll come to that bit in a minute. Winds. And when you go pa-da-da-dee, ya-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-da-da, think again. La-da-da-dee, ya-da-dee-da-da-da. This time he puts a pause in this little tune. They have it straight through, and you have da-da-da-dee, ya-da-da-da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da-dee. He's just not sure where we're going to end up. All right? Have a little think about that. Trombones, can we try your pom-pom? Legato, pom, pom, in the first one. In the second one, a little more menace. Pom, pom, yeah? First one. 1, 2, 1. Yes, so just that. It's like as if you've told somebody something. You know that look that you give well, not the young lady in the middle, but maybe the two gentlemen outside. You know the look you give your children sometimes? That one. Yeah? If they're misbehaving out in public. That's what we want the second time. First time, you're just encouraging them. Second time, it's give them the look. Winds. Bar 9, please. Just the winds. And 1, go. Okay. Listen. Are you breathing after the 4 quavers in the third bar? No, you're going straight through. All going straight through? Everybody's doing straight through. Okay. Think of a rephrase then in the middle of the bar of 11. So okay, there it is. So we get that, the line just keeps going. 2, 1. Now away. Good. Sometimes Brahms and winds, we have to make things a little more interesting because a lot of it is like, it feels like padding. Yeah? How many of you are enjoying playing this Brahms symphony? Good. Now, if you're not, you don't have to put your hand up if you're not. The smiles are telling me everything, all right? It isn't always. Sometimes it can be really a bit soul-destroying because you think all the interest is here, or maybe the horn gets a tune. But this is all really important. He's a master of just adding that. If we were to take that out, all right, even though quite often it seems very plain in the winds, if we were to take that out, it wouldn't be Brahms, all right? Any fool can write a tune. That's what they used to say about Tchaikovsky. Idiots. Tutti. That just noodle in the background, right? You're on a beach. Just lying down. Yeah. You beat the German to the lounger because you put your towel on it the night before. Just to relax. Can we play bar 8, please? 2, 1, go. Sorry, I said 8. Then I said quickly, far too quickly, 2-8, and then I beat, and nobody, you haven't even counted to 8. Bar 8, please, ladies and gentlemen. 8. Good. Okay. Longer. Plenty of bass. Don't slow down. 1, 2, 1. Ta-ta, ta-ti, ta-ti, ta-ta, ta. Okay. Strings, if you slow down in pam-pam, ram-pam-pam-pam, we've got no chance of getting to B in something at a time. Play B. This is the tempo of B. With 2 bars. 1, 2, 1, 2. Tam, pa-pam, pa-pi, pa-pam, pa-pi. Yeah. Good. We didn't quite make that tempo. We've got to get back to that tempo, okay? Maybe do A, please. Trombones, fabulous. A, 2, 1, and T. Now, T, ya pa pa pi, T, T, T. T ta ta T T T T ya ta T T 1 and ta T ta T ta T ta ta. Good. You'll soon know if you haven't got the right tempo because you get back to da 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 dee da. It'll be da 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 ya da dee, and we had ta ya da dee ya da dee da dee da da dum ba da dee. Strings. Can we just play from pam 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 pam? Here it is. This is the second bar of A. Nobody else, just the strings. We're getting just a little behind. Give you 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, can you play with less vibrato and a little bit more bow? And hardly lift the bow off the string for those dotted slurs. 2, 2, 1. Ya pa pa pa, pim pim pim. Ra pa pa pa, ra pa pa pim tim tim tim. Okay. Be careful. Be careful in your ta. Ra pa pa pi, ra pa 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 pam pam pam. Be aware that triplet's coming, and don't slow down on it. Okay? It's good. Seconds and violas, seconds especially, you don't need to play any louder than the second beat of the first full bar. Tam, tam, pam, 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 pam. They play it as well. Just stay exactly where you are. It's a non-sound is what we want. Pim, pim, yum. Oh, I need a long bow. Same. 2, 1. And 1. Dark. Boy, bass. Yum pum pi G. 1, 2, ta ta. Yeah. Okay. So this is properly Jekyll and Hyde. All right. T ta ta T T. Pa pa. Can you play that for me? The upbeat to B. After 2, and really hit it. Ta ta. 2 really heavy, thick notes. 1, 2, ta ta. Just the first 2 notes, just the first 2 notes. So play the first note as a note, seconds. 1, 2, ta-ta, ta-ta. Really vicious, kind of like, visceral. 2, 1, 2, ta-ta. Then, they're going to love you forever. All right? Because we can, over time, if I get to be your music director, this sound will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then as we add more players to it, it'll get bigger again. Then they can play. All right? Play B for me, Wins and Brass. This will be just about the last thing we'll do. We'll do A through to just after B. And then, sadly, I have to stop. Here it is, B. Okay, with the upbeat, ta-tam, ta-tam, you don't need to play quite so loud. It's only forte for you. I'm encouraging them to just give it lift in that string, in the string sound. I'm speaking too quickly because I'm running out of time. Not too short in the crotchets. I know they have dots, pa-pam, pa-pam, pa-pam. When Brahms writes these dots, you get it later on. Beep, beep, beam, beam. They're quite long notes. They're not short notes, okay? One more time. Think about the balance. Okay, trumpets at the moment, you're just a little louder than everybody else. Okay, so if you come down a teeny fraction, and then Winds, just come up a little bit. This is the upbeat to B. Good. Tutti from A. Ting, 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 ting. Ta-ting, ta-ting, ti-ting, ti-ting. Ting, ta-ting, ti-ting, ti-ting, ta-ting, ti-ting, ta-ting, ti-ting, ta-ting, 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 ti-ting, ta, tin, one, ti-ting, ting, long, ti-da-di-di-di-di-di. Good. Right, my parting gift there is when you get to that bit, it's like the first 30 bars doesn't exist. Ta-da-dee-da-dum. It's all about the cellos. Look at us. La-da-dee-da-deem, la-dee-da-deem. You think it's about the cellos, but it's not really. It's all about the bass. The buttery biscuit bass, as somebody once said. It's all about the bass. Basses, just imagine you go into jazz mode there. Pum, 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 ding, 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 ding. Basses, play it for me. 1, 2. Ding, 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 ding. See what I mean? So basses, don't slow down, okay? Don't be subservient to these glittering peacocks here, all right? We did an earthy pie and mash at this point. Just play it for me with the cellos. Everybody else, don't worry, just this. Oh, who's in the, yeah, we've got the horn. I have to keep checking because this score's not brilliant. This is C. C for yourself. One of my old brass band things. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so now cellos, you can't hang about on the triplet. You can't be full peacock. You could be some peacock, right? You haven't put can't put all your feathers out. So just think about where you're heading, rather than where you are right now. Think about that. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a joy. I always get very excited when I come to meet a new orchestra for the first time. So forgive me if I've rambled, or if I've gone a little too fast at times. That might actually be how it is. My brain works in a very odd way. But you've been fabulous. Some really wonderful playing. And I wish you well in your search for your musical director. If it's me, I will be thrilled. If it's not me, I'll be disappointed. But I'll be thrilled for the person that you get, because at least a few of those candidates I know personally, and you've got some good people. So, yeah, grill them, please, as much as you've grilled me. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks. Charlotte, thank you. Naomi, thank you. All right, great. I think it's tea time now, apparently. Is that right? Very important.